parents, I'm going to show you a couple division strategies. We're using the area model and what we're calling the Big Seven, which is partial products. Unfortunately, we don't use, or long division isn't a 4th grade standard. It's not even a 5th grade standard. So you won't see long division, the traditional algorithm, until 6th grade. But for the area model, it's basically the opposite, or just backwards multiplication for the area model. And we've used all the words: backwards, reverse, inverse, opposite, right? All the different words to go along with it. But I'm going to set my area model up just like I have for multiplication, but instead of breaking apart the number on the top, I'm going to keep the total, so 738 divided by 3. This column, just like in multiplication area model, this is hundreds, so this is already going to end in 2 zeros, a 0 in the ones in the tens place. This is tens, so it's going to end in 1 0 in the ones place, and then this will be ones, and there won't be any zeros. So if we look, we have 7 hundreds, right? So just like in long division, what times 3 gets us closest to 7? Well, that's 2. So 200 times 3 is 600. That leaves us with 138. So I'm moving that 138 over here to my tens. All right, I'm grouping this together. Right, so I have 13 tens. Right, what times 3 is closest to 13? Well, that's going to be 4. So 40 times 3 is 120. That leaves us with 18. I'm going to move the 18 to the ones place. Again, what times 3 gets us closest to 18? Well, that's going to be 6. And we're not left with a remainder. If we were left with a remainder, this would be our remainder. But our quotient, our answer, is 246. And they can put remainder 0 or they can leave it alone. Right? So that's the area model. Then partial products, all right, this one really sets them up for long division in the future. If I have 941 divided by 2, right? We call it the big 7 because we just put a big line down here and that looks like a 7. Well, we're still going to start with the hundreds. So we've got 9 hundreds. What times 2 is closest to 9? Right? I'm going to make a list over here. Instead of putting my numbers up here, I'm making a list. So that's going to be 400 because 400 times 2 is 800. Subtract, I'm left with 141. And just like with the area model where this is multiples of hundreds, the next one is going to be multiples of 10, and then we'll have our ones, right? So we've got 14 tens now, right? What times 2 is closest to 14? Well, that's going to be 7. And then 70 times 2 gives us 140. We're left with 1. What times 2 gets us closest to 1? Well, we can't, so that's 0. 0 times 2 is 0. Subtract, and we are left with a remainder in this answer. So our quotient would be 470 remainder 1. Okay. I hope that helps a little bit. They do have 4 math problems to do for homework tonight. We've been working on division all last week and still today. I met with every small group and I checked everybody's work and went over their mistakes with every single student that made a mistake today. So hopefully by practicing tonight and practicing tomorrow, they will get it by Wednesday. I'm going to be out Thursday, so that's why our test on this is Wednesday, because I don't want the substitute to have to give this math test. And I don't want to push it until after the Veterans Day holiday, because then they'll probably forget over the break anyway. If y'all have questions, reach out, but we're going to practice tomorrow, and hopefully they'll be ready. And I hope this helps you all also.